lockdowns.
Yeah, well, the UK is I'm not quite sure exactly what the percentage is for those who've been double vaccinated and those who've been single vaccinated.
Yep.
I would guess it's something like at least one vaccination, maybe 75%, maybe even 80%, and double vaccinated. I think it must be getting on for 60 plus now.
Yeah.
So
But we're still,
I was going to say, because your
unfortunately,
numbers have gone through the roof recently.
well, they have.
You had them down to 2,000, and now it's up to 16,000 a day.
Yeah, it went slightly lower yesterday, but we seem to be comfortably above 10,000 now, comfortably above and near 15,000.
You reckon that's complacency? People are going, yeah, we're getting vaccinated. And
I think possibly a lot of factors, but the fact that we've had a really good June weather-wise, and people have taken advantage. They're just throwing away the shackles of inhibition and taking the opportunity to go to nice places, be outside,
and just pretend everything is okay.
Yeah, and the crazy soccer fans.
Oh yeah, well that obviously hasn't helped anything at all. I mean,
boozy 20-somethings are never going to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had one great event here in Sydney. It was a super spreading event where there were 30 people at a party and 24 caught COVID and 6 didn't. And 24 were unvaccinated and 6 were.
Wow, that's a good.
So yeah, that's
advert.
Really, people are going to notice that, and I reckon that'll help really get an uptake in vaccinations, because that's such a direct and obvious lesson.
Well, the latest scandal to embroil the UK is
the politician,
Secretary of State sort of having a snog with some advisor in albeit within a building within where he works, the Department of Health and Social Security. He's gone.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, no, he's resigned. His family's upset.
Was it like one of his interns or something like that, or
was it?
It was somebody who was either an advisor or a PR or a lobbyist.
Yeah.
And of course, there's all sorts of the opposition are jumping all over it. Why was this woman given access to wherever? And for God's sake, I mean, the guy is probably dying a death by 1,000 cuts right now.
Well, she certainly took her lobbying seriously, didn't she?
Oh, she did, yeah.
Oh, what a disaster. That's
and at the end of the day, there are real people involved, not him and her. It's the bloody families. Both people involved had families and were married, and that's gone down the toilet.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, really.
Yeah. That's a good shot.
Yeah, you'll notice pretty quickly, Dave, there's lots of these turtle greens where everything seems to roll off when it shouldn't.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
wow.
Is that a gimme, boys?
Yep, you can pick it up.
I would suggest that this hole's going to be drawn. We got there 31 foot flop, 51.
Oh, what a good shot that is.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, the trouble is, you, Dave, may have a relatively straightforward putt.
I have a pretty enticing putt, Andy. And it's missed to the left.
He's missed it.
I worked it out and then gave it 50% more and still missed to the left.
Did either of you see the coverage of the opening stage of the Tour de France?
I did, Andy. I know what you're referring to straight away, that
I only
idiot.
saw the stack, yeah.
Now, I was going
Oh,
to ask you, did they catch her? Have they found her yet?
They're talking about giving you a year's worth of jail if they catch her.
well, they haven't found her yet.
They almost certainly will. It's-
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Oh, there's very good identifying footage of her.
But I saw the highlights of stage one yesterday, and that crash was bad, but the almost the whole field came a cropper later on as well, about 5 k's from the end. They just went down like dominoes. So, I mean, you don't get that many crashes, but they happen on the most innocuous stages when the whole peloton is bunched up, and
Yeah,
it's really distressing to see.
well, there's literally zero reaction time. If you're in a peloton in the middle of it and something happens in front of you, it's a foot away. And you're going for 50k
Yeah.
with bike brakes instead of proper brakes. See how
That's not gonna hang
everything
on.
rolls off on this course. It's so hard.
The second crash they had, that was cyclist's fault.
Yeah.
But the impact of it was just as bad as the lady with the sign.
Wow. So does that mean there's an unusual leader or a different order than the?
Well, the main the fancied people for the general classification, none of them were really sort of disadvantaged, apart from Richie Port, who won the Dauphiné a couple of weeks back and was in pretty good form, and the bookies had him, fourth or fifth favourite to win the thing. So it looks as though his tour has gone out. He's a good 5 minutes down already, so I dare say he'll just go into domestique mode.
And is it still free to air in Britain to watch the Tour de France, or are you watching it on cable or something?
No, I've got I'm just watching the hour sort of highlights that we get at 7 o'clock. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
You get to see all the interesting stuff with that.
And skip all the just riding along.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably good enough. I saw in America they're pretty bitter. It all got taken off free to air, and there's some apparently rubbish streaming service that you have to subscribe to for $100 or something, and then watch the tour. And they're not very impressed.
Do you know, I thought I was going to be a lot closer, but I wasn't. Is this a no? Well, it's going to be interesting to see whether both of us, Dave and I, who obviously played the course the other week, whether we can continue to play as well as we did last week.
Yeah. We played some pretty quality golf.
Bit weak.
It was a bit weak. I want to hold up my hand and say that was a bit of a weak-wristed shot.
I wasn't trying to be derogatory. It was just a bit weak in terms of strength. That's all.
Dave, I was inwardly in a state of utter turmoil. I thought, oh come on, this is skins. You're not.
Oh, look at this. Uncle Dave smelt blood in the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby, I'm on the board.
He's done it.
Now, anything can happen at this point and I won't care, so...
Okay,
interesting.
This is definitely a hole to remember, Dave, and pay attention to, because it's a bastard. Get it wrong, and there's a lot of whooping going on.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's probably safe to go on the bunkers here. Or is it? Idea. Oh, here's one way to find out.
Almost might be worth going along once just to realise how bad it is, so you never do it again. Yeah, a good plug. It's such a... And that pin, that's like the impossible pin. There's almost no way of getting close to that part.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you, I think. Oh, I'm going to fade it in. That'll work. Don't think so, but try.
I think I know exactly what you're going to do. He's faded it. Is it the right club? Is it the 6 iron?
I just took it, didn't take it far enough to the left. It would have been almost perfect.
Yeah.
Oh. I suspect I'm going to see a repeat shot now,
You are going to see a repeat shot.
except better. It is somewhat better, but not that much.
Slightly better, but
It's getting worse.
it had pretensions of being very nice, but
Yeah. Now, I'm comforted we both made it pretty much exactly. Oh, it's in.
oh,
Oh,
what's he doing?
baby.
Uncle Dave's on fire.
Well, get me the fire extinguisher immediately.
Wow.
Is there some kind of statement going on here?
Not at all.
Is Dave come into this game thinking I'm never going to be bullied by either of those buggers again?
No.
Right.
Picking up what skins I can while I can.
Right. Lovely weight. There we go. Oh, lovely birdie in the end.
If I could modify the uniforms, I'd give Dave an Uncle Arthur uniform.
Yes, Uncle Arthur.
The original Uncle Arthur.
Yeah,
The Glenn Robbins Uncle Arthur.
that'd be great. Now, maybe in Perfect Golf too. Yeah, right.
Well, which is only going to be available apparently on Windows 11, which I can't get.
You can buy a TPM module for your motherboard.
No, it's not TPM or anything. The CPU is not supported,
Oh.
and the graphics card's not supported.
Well, I think
It's a disgrace.
This is going to be a pint on this one. Yeah, so, well, that's what happens when you have super ancient PCs, Dave.
But it's not that old. Like the CPU requirement is 8th gen or later.
Yeah. Well, what I found hilarious was Slashduck pointed out that Microsoft is still selling laptops that are too old to run Windows 11.
Oh
Still
yeah,
for some-
it's a disgrace.
It is.
I think they're probably going to make it like a soft limit, so you can get away with like a slightly older CPU. There's nothing wrong with the one I've got.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, that's all right. Well, I did. We did get up fairly early this morning because we assumed, incorrectly as it turned out, that a mortgage surveyor would be looking at the house this morning for our buyer. But he rang up about 8 o'clock, just after we set the alarm for 6:30, got up at 7:30, sort of got ourselves ready. And just after 8, we got a phone call to say he wasn't coming. He'd had an accident with his arm.
Oh.
I'm sort of thinking, what kind of accident are you talking about?
A dog ate his homework.
Well, so that's, in a sense, it suited me because I didn't have to adjourn from the game for any spells. But he is coming, or somebody's coming a week on Tuesday, I believe. Oh, it's a nice long putt for somebody.
It's going to be a fun putt. Oh, good lord.
Full wogger.
Not like
Yeah.
the putt the other day on that fucking Barford Waters. A 68-foot putt, 5 foot uphill, and I putted it back to hit my feet. Completely destroyed my round. It's actually not as bad as it looks. Okay, 16 foot of break.
I'm trying to think what I felt on that final round. I kind of felt as though I was going through the motions a bit. I just couldn't get myself really going. I mean, I don't think it was my finest work.
Wow.
So you haven't played that final round yet, Dave?
Of
The POS Tour?
no, I'm just so far out of touch with that.
No, that's all right. I only played my final round on the weekend.
Oh, okay,
And-
all right.
And Parkle hasn't played it either.
Okay, great. All right.
Oh no, Parkle has played it.
Oh, he has played it, has he?
Yeah,
Did
he
you play it on the weekend?
yeah, I got an email from him a day or two ago
Right.
Okay.
saying he had played it.
Yeah, well, I can get on to my last round tomorrow because I'm waiting for the guys to turn up for the gas. So, yep.
It's a very pleasant round.
Yeah, it's certainly, there hasn't been much else on my mind.
No, of course not.
That's not brilliant. I wouldn't like to play this particular hole with a really strong wind. I mean, there's destruction awaiting just off this green.
Yes. Not just this one.
No.
This one in particular, yes. This should go. I was confidently.
He was confidently biffed.
possibly a tad strong.
Good
That was
work.
a more comfortable pace.
Now, why is it making me play? It makes no sense.
Is that some German milk I hear?
It is some German milk, Andy. Um,
Have you told Dave the outrageous?
no, I don't think I. Oh my
Uh-oh. What's happened?
It's,
So I've been at mum for a long time, Dave. You know,
Yeah.
and it's. I
Yeah.
need to find something to just sort of relieve the whole thing. So
just come on, spit it out, man. I know what's coming.
I told her that I bought myself a treat beer, and it's an Ottinger. And
Right.
so she's drinking. I give her a fruit juice with a little bit of wine in it and call it a cocktail.
Yep.
And I get my reward German beer.
Right. So the emphasis being on a singular
right.
treat beer.
That's right, because every now and then Mum comes out with a story where Dad got horribly drunk once because he drank 4 cans of beer, and
Yep.
she's never seen anything like it. So she's not big on drinking. So anyway, every 30 or 40 minutes, I'd say to Mum, I've just got to go check my electric blankets on, and the empty Ottinger would be secretly replaced with another full one.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Dave, you could keep doing that anyway. She wouldn't. Oh, dare I say it? She wouldn't remember that you'd gone out previously to get another one anyway.
It worked perfectly. I was getting stuck into the milk in front of Mum. He had no idea.
Fantastic.
Oh, lovely story, isn't it? Oh, that's a lovely shot, that.
Well, that's worked out well.
Uncle
I've
Dave
got to
topped
say, there's the stuff coming off your clubs is of the out of the top drawer today, Dave.
Yeah, mind you, that was a shot that was slightly pulled, so it still worked all right. But
certainly did. Well, on this
I'm
course,
I'm going to try and emulate that one. I mean, I think this is pretty good as well.
and it's going to be under the hole, which is nice.
It is going to be under the hole, yes.
But a fair-
Further away, but under the hole.
it's still getting
Unfortunately, it's
further
getting-
under. The undering hasn't stopped. Now it is. Right. Okay. Well, I've got to learn from that.
Oh,
154, 12% power loss. A bit harsh out of the bunker. 159, that's not enough. 175 looks like the one. Oh, I've pushed it right. Distance didn't seem too bad. Go.
let's stay on. Yes.
trouble is, Dave's only 8 feet away. I mean, I was quite happy with 24 feet away, but it looks fairly pedestrian.
And I suspect he's coming straight down the hill, not far from it.
I reckon there's going to be some left to right on it.
Yeah, there might be.
Well, mine is slightly left to right. Yours ain't too bad at all, Dave. It's flatter than mine.
Really? Oh.
Well, you can attack as much as you like, Andy, because mine's pretty safe to draw the hole if Dave misses.
Oh, Christ almighty.
That wasn't a very good attack.
It wasn't a very good attack at all. I'm remonstrating with myself. Come on, what are you doing? Yeah.
Dave, he's just going bang. Look at this. What a start.
Made this course look easy.
300.
Well, it's concerned. It's a bit of a worry for us, Andy. He's just
Well, we'll just have to see what Dave's like when the real pressure's on.
Oh, when the real pressure's on, I'm going to go to pieces.
Well,
I'm getting all the good stuff out of my system now.
I'll send you up a crate of German milk, Dave. That helps.
Thanks, Dave. You're always thinking of me.
Well, I've got about 42 pints of home brew, which will be transferred into bottles in a couple of days' time. So if you had you lived down the road, I'd be sending you a crate of the stuff.
42 pints, Andy. That's how much I drank before this game.
42 pints. I think that's
I might be exaggerating slightly.
I think exaggeration a little bit. Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, 3 good drives.
Come on, baby.
I tell you what.
Well, I beat one of you, but not both.
Well, the fairways are hard. I think we can definitely get on in 2.
Ooh. Oh,
Lovely line. It's going to bound. It is bounding. Look at that.
nice.
Doesn't look very flat, but still, putt for eagle.
Yep.
Yeah, that little bit closer, Andy. We can get close to this pin.
Well, I tried to
Tried to fade it in.
just fade it in.
Too much fade. Right.
Do you know the only time I use the shot shaper is when I want not just a bit of fade or a bit of draw, but when I want a really big hook. But most of the time I'm
That's gonna be
angling
nice.
the mouse on the follow through. It's a great feeling when it gets you do it right.
Mm.
Nice shot, Dave.
Right.
It is a nice shot.
Beautiful. Oh!
Oh,
Dear me.
nice putt.
Oh, you.
Well, I've got nothing to lose here. You two are going to draw the hole for sure, so I can just bash at it.
Don't like the way you didn't have to move it very much. Oh, look at it.
Oh.
Bugger.
And the thing is, you didn't belt it too hard either. I mean, it was
Well,
good pace.
purgatory past the hole. It was off to the races if you hit it too hard. Right, another prawn skin. Lovely.
What are we up to? 175,000. Well, at least we recorded a birdie, albeit a very easy birdie in the end.
Is this? I am on the 7th hole, but no problem. Sure. Yeah.
What's going on? You've gone all.
Who's gone all what?
Once we find one that works perfect, we'll just share it.
No, you've definitely gone.
No, I'm not winning. Dave from Ballarat's winning. But I'm about to get him. Don't worry about that. All right.
He's on the phone.
Oh, you couldn't tell.
No, I thought it was just Dave. Dave's microphone going a bit off.
No, because I can hear literally every word he's saying, and I'm.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought a bloody $160 microphone.
The thing is, Andy couldn't hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm listening to your conversation. Andy's going, "Are you there?"
Well, you need Andy's headset or something because generally you're annoyed by my eating or something.
Oh yeah, I hear everything at his end.
Yeah.
Well, on a very related note, on Friday, I had to go to my audiologist because I'd lost one of my hearing aids when I was doing a bit of gardening. You know,
Oh dear.
grass cutting, you know, all this type of thing. The bloody thing fell out when I took my jumper off, and it got sort of either ripped up by the mower and or you know, the grass cuttings which were disposed of.
Yeah.
So I had to ring him up and say, I really need another hearing aid. So I went along for this appointment I had on Friday. Oh, that's not a great place to put it at all. And I was fully expecting to pay £60-70 for just one of these bloody hearing aids. I went in there disconsolately as I gave this pathetic tale of I've lost it gardening, and I wasn't very good. And he said, well, how do you want to pay for it? And I said, well, I've got a checkbook, or I've got my card here. And he was just about to, take the payment.
Mm.
And
Nice.
then he said, oh, that is good. He said, well, I've just looked at your thing, and it was just over 3 years since you were issued with them. And because it's over 3 years, we can actually update your hearing aids for free.
Oh,
So I'm actually going to get a new set of hearing aids. And he said, well, you can keep the other one just as a spare if you want. I said, yes, please. So I came away from the whole sort of experience. I said, God, thank you so much. You've really made my day, which of course he did.
fantastic.
Great.
Yeah, it's always good when something like that happens because it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it
very often.
doesn't happen very often. I can tell you that. Right, this is going to be one of those shots where it's, oh God. Right. There's a bit of slice
Oh,
on
you
it.
cleared
Is
it.
enough?
Very nice. That's going to
Oh,
work out
oh,
It's going to
beautifully.
come down off the slope.
Well, I couldn't have done any better than that.
Great.
Lovely, Andy. Great shot. That was just my sister. She just spoke to my mum, who informed her that she was coming home tomorrow.
Oh no.
We're going to have to come up with some narrative that she's having a holiday or something like that, and she's in a hotel. I don't know.
Well, the other narrative. Oh, he's doing it again.
Look at
The
him.
other narrative is to try and convince your mum that actually the home is her home. That
Yeah. Well, that was the plan. Mum's not buying into that right now.
No, not yet.
Only day one.
God, it still wasn't enough.
Yeah. Oh,
This looks very nice.
I've got to do is sink this. I get all the monies.
Yeah, 175 grand.
Right. I'll do that.
Oh! Just
Oh, well, not an awful lot is happening for the mailman at Torrey Pines.
Yeah, well, or me. It's all Dave.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
you guys are just biding your time until the skin is worth it. Then you'll pounce.
Yeah, there's nothing like a big skin to concentrate the mind.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Now, regarding your hearing aids, Andy, did you used to be a regular follower of the Sex Pistols or anything like that? Heavy metal?
No, not really. Heavy metal was not really my bag.
I haven't
But
had any clue that it was.
Yeah, but my last purchase of music was a week or so ago, 10 days, and I bought a wedge of Santana albums, which
You mentioned.
really enjoying them.
Yeah, well, that's when they were real musicians and there was no auto tune and they actually had
Yeah.
to play. They were real instruments instead of
Yeah.
just computer generated noises. Fantastic. Real music.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's so much cheaper as well. That's what gets me now. I mean, I bought 5 albums for 15 quid. That's pretty cheap, that.
Yeah. Well, I guess young people don't want them for a start. So
No.
you haven't got much competition.
No. Well, you haven't exactly gone for the pin, eh?
Well, I actually did go for the pin. It just didn't work out.
It was poor execution.
Yeah.
Poor. That looks a better shot. Is it the right number? It might be too much. Ah. It was a 6 iron, just a little bit too much.
Right.
I know the local library. You can hire CDs, and of course, when I haven't sort of been up to the local library for quite a long time, but when I used to go, what I did with the CDs was hire them. You had to pay a very small, maybe something like 50p or something like that.
Yeah.
So you'd hire the things for 50p and take them home. Instead of paying, just rip them to your bloody PC, your library, and that was it.
Yeah. I don't even have a device that plays CDs in my house anymore, or DVDs.
Come on. Ah.
It's a nice distance.
Yeah.
It's great distance.
Well, another drawn hole for sure. We can't all. Two of us have to get this.
Well, we're getting to the point where somebody needs to man up, as it were, and just grab this game by the scruff of its neck.
Well, Uncle Dave's lead can go from substantial to not in front after this draw.
Yeah, indeed. Is this where our experience of playing the course comes in into
Ah,
play?
It could be.
and 9, 10, 11, 12 are pretty vicious holes. And we know that.
And I've already played all the good shots, so
Oh, you've seen the course now, so you know.
Mayor's office.
Yep. And not reachable in.
No.
Well, this
Not
is
reachable.
reachable for DeChambeau, but no one else. Not that on the back. Oh, I remember what happened. Oh, this hole he did get a birdie or something.
It's not too bad there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
In fact, as long as you don't get behind a tree, then come on. Oh, yes. It's a nice distance out. Well, I'm almost replicated the point. Bounce in the rough.
Yes, perfect. And that's within.
I didn't quite want to be that far down, but never mind.
Uncle Dave go with the iron. He wants the full shot in.
I do.
And he's got it. What's it?
It looks like a pretty solid 105 club to me.
Should be.
That's a
105 would be ideal.
I've got to chop the 120. The 105 won't make it. Oh, I wanted the chop, not a push as well. But
Well, that distance is perfect.
It is perfect, 10 feet.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
The man's a perfectionist.
I did want more.
We always want more, don't we?
Yeah.
Even when you stuff it to 12 inches away, why couldn't it?
Why did it go in?
Oh, this
Bounce
is
check. Oh,
just-
yes.
Lovely.
That's what I wanted. And he's got to do this. He takes great precision.
Looks good. Oh,
didn't get that little bit of check I was hoping I might get. Oh.
hello, Millie. Nice.
Oh. Has your dog gone into the room, Dave?
Yeah.
Millie.
She can't say hi, and now she's gone again.
Did you name her after Millie Vanilli?
No, I didn't name it. Zed did. Oh, Dave, nice.
Well done, Dave. I was rooting for you. Yeah. And so it continues.
Suddenly, this is quite the skin.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth it now, isn't it?
Well, it's probably built up over 5 or 6 holes now, this.
This is going full mare's office all the time.
I don't think I've missed a fairway yet.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to follow you, Dave. We're somewhere near there. Yeah.
Yep, that'll work.
Should work.
Should work, yeah.
It's gonna want that rough. Don't find it.
That's fine there.
It is now. There goes Millie. I'm berserk.
Yep. Well, you put her outside and she lets the neighbourhood know that she's a dog.
Go on.
How do the kids like Millie?
Yeah, no, she's a favourite.
Oh, I can hear Millie. No.
Yep. Carrying on like a chop.
I wonder what would happen if you put Millie and Bella in the same room?
Well, I don't know, Dave.
Probably some fur flying.
That looks okay.
It looks pretty decent.
Cats can look
But-
after themselves.
Yeah.
They're pretty tough. When their backs are against the wall.
See, the thing is, I suspect cats would have sharper claws than dogs.
Yeah, and they're quicker reflexes as well.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a pity. That looked as though it was going to get closer. Okay, Dave, your turn.
Well, the 120 club is not going to work.
And the 134 is too much. Can he chop it successfully? He's chopped it too much.
Chopped it way too much.
Yeah, this is another green where you're just off centre of the green and wanders off.
Yeah, it's very round-shouldered.
Pretty decent.
Oh, it's a chance.
Ooh, it is a chance. Pick the line. It's either right or wrong.
It was hit hard. Oh!
Oh, so
It was close.
now the male man has a chance.
Oh, it's in!
Done it!
Lovely.
Wow, big skin, Andy. Nice win.
Yeah, well, after playing like an absolute cabbage plant.
You picked the right hole to win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to put the boot in.
It looks good.
Oh.
It is good. Under the hole. A bit of right to left.
Yeah, I would have taken that.
What did you do? It looks like a perfect 7-wood, which I don't have.
Yes, but we do know somebody who does have it.
This man.
Ah,
It's not.
It was the perfect club.
It's not a perfect 7-wood, and look how short it is anyway. Something went wrong. Interesting. So you must have chopped the 5. Nothing else makes sense. Fine, I'll chop the 5 as well.
That's pretty decent. It's more than pretty decent.
beautiful, dude.
Did you chop the 5, Andy?
No, I didn't,
Really?
because I hit the 4-iron.
The 4-iron. Wow. Another club I don't have, so.
I knew that. I keep telling you, man, dump the 5-iron and take the 4-iron. And the 4-iron can cover the 5-iron distance by chopping down in it. Yeah, I know you're not convinced by it, are you? You love that 5-iron.
Happy to be hoisted on my own petard, Andy.
Oh, what the hell's this? Hello, what do you want?
It's Bella coming to cheer squad for you.
Well, she's coming sort of. What's his? She's obviously. She's either been misbehaving outside or she just wants to be outside. I don't
She
quite
acting
know.
guilty.
I think I've underhit it. Oh no.
Overread it.
Yeah.
Right, here's my chance. Win a skin.
To get on the scoreboard.
I love the idea. Oh crap! It's dreadful. Shut up, Millie.
Oh, she's wild. Has she?
Oh. Oh.
And she's off again. There we go.
Flush the toilet.
It's on the fairway.
Yep.
All right. If I could win this skin, I'd be level with Dave, and we would both be an equal amount behind you. Sounds like a good scenario.
Yes, that is one possibility that could happen.
Dave's just committed golfing Harry Kiri.
No, he's not so bad there. I think that's probably reachable.
Depends what his percentage loss is. Prefer the fairway. That's his office. What's Millie's going right off, Dave?
Oh, who knows? You might have seen something out the front of the house. 16% power loss. Might be okay, but but I don't think so.
Well, here's a
Oh,
question
that's going to be all right.
for you, Dave. That's a good shot.
Mm.
You've obviously lived with a 1 gig connection for so many months, and you've now gone to the 100 meg connection. Apart from downloads or whatever, how have you noticed? What have you noticed with the change of speed?
No
since you've gone
difference. Everyday use. Just when you're doing downloads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for everyday use, 100 meg is fine.
Yeah, so movies or stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah, but all it does, it only takes 3 times as long, which is, 2 minutes instead of, 70 or 60 seconds.
Yeah, and most of the time you're at the whim of the bandwidth of the remote server, which is going to be less than your 1,000 meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the only site that could really deliver the goods in terms of speed was Microsoft.
Yeah.
Right.
They've always had amazing servers.
Mm.
Even that. Well, when you hear me starting to complain about Windows 11, you might be glad you can't upgrade to it, Dave.
Exactly.
Now,
Will it?
are all
Oh! Jeez.
are all the requirements for Windows 11 set in stone? In other words, are they just recommendations, or is there something?
Well, some of them are set in stone. Like the requirement for 2PM is definitely, and secure boot.
Yep.
They're two must-haves.
Yeah, you can download a utility from Microsoft which says check for Windows 11 compatibility.
Yeah.
And say yay or nay. And I downloaded it and ran it, and it said no, you can't. And so then I Googled whatever, and I found that I had to turn on TPM in my CPU, which for Intel chips is called PTT. So you have to look for that option.
Yeah, by default, most of that stuff is turned off.
Yeah. So once I turned it on, I did the Windows check again. It goes, yep, Windows 11 fine.
Oh no!
Wow.
Jeez, it went off like a bloody frog in a sock. That was a terrible, terrible putt. Giving myself no chance.
Well, this is quite interesting now. We've all got awkward little putts. If one sinks and 2 miss. There's 1 miss. Who's next? Andy Dorr.
Not me.
Well, now I have to sink this to save the skin.
Yeah, keep it alive, Dave. Keep it alive.
It's horrible, Dave.
Yeah, I can see.
I've missed.
No!
Oh!
Dare I say it, you loser!
Oh, love it.
Sorry, dude. Oh no, look at him, he's scooting away.
Yeah. You know, he throws you a few crumbs early, and now, when it counts, he's
He's got himself very excited.
Yeah, this is definitely in range from the fairway, but not from the rough. So we've got a chance here. the big bound. Yeah, 263 with a tailwind and hard fairways. Absolutely.
It's doable, for sure.
All right. Let's see if we can peg the mailman back.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You've got a target on your back, Andy. You're
I
leading by too
know
much.
I've got a big target. I mean, but you know what? I'm confident in my own abilities to withstand this
Antipode and attack.
this horde of bloody Australian barbarians that are
Oh,
coming thundering down the track.
Well, you got the barbarian bit right.
Should be okay. Actually, I don't mind being in the rough. Well, obviously, Dave, both of you having seen the extensive coverage on the TV, how well does this course marry up to what you observed on the TV?
well, Dave's a better observer of the game. I actually watched it at 2 times speed, so I didn't get to fully appreciate the course.
I would say pretty well, except because they'd set it up for a US Open, the rough was more penal than it is here. Much more. So I remember there were a couple of links courses that had really penal rough, and it needed to be a bit more like that. So maybe double the amount of penalty in the rough, and it would be really good. But the greens seem right, all the slopes and the angles and everything. Happy. Oh, I'm really happy with this, Andy. I'm really happy.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's an old baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
It's an absolute beauty, Dave.
As soon as
It
left
was.
the club, I was happy.
Okay, all right. The only thing to do here is
You got to
put
nail
it
it.
into the hole. Go on, bounce on the green. Well, ordinarily I'd be more than happy with that, but when you're only sitting 7 feet away, Dave, in two, I'm.
Well, it's safe there, so I really have to sink it to do anything.
Oh, look at that, lovely, right in the middle.
Well, nice up and down from where you were. Yes, it's not too bad.
On the board. On the board.
Finally. And with the last hole being 500,000, this is not over.
Indeed, it isn't.
All right. There's some interesting holes coming in too. It's part one.
We've done the. How was that? How's that noise? Ah, whatever it was, I don't know what it was. Ah, no, I've done a Bryson DeChambeau.
You have. Those woody bushes down there, Andy, don't go in them.
You know, it's the first time in all my rounds that I've actually shoved it. Instead of fading, which I was trying to do, I've drawn it slightly.
Yeah, well, normally the hand grenade is to the
Yeah,
right.
it's the double cross.
Yeah, the double cross.
It always sounds much more knowledgeable. Well, you know, I hit a bad shot because I double crossed it.
I think you've done well there, Dave, dodging those two
I
bunkers.
think
I think you've done very well. You've got a lovely line into the pin.
Yeah. That's a good line. Yeah,
That's a beauty.
it is. There you were.
Yeah, good enough. Oh, Andy.
Andy? Good luck.
Yeah, I'm struggling to 23. Right, well, do another. Right. Let's do the F5. Okay, there we go. Well, that's not
That's
bad.
good,
That's
yeah.
pretty much.
It's going to
Oh,
work
that's
out well, too.
genius.
Oh,
That is
look at
genius.
that.
Good to
There's
know,
that goal.
babe. Wow.
Fucking sensational.
Oh, I've got to see that from behind.
I think so. That's shot of the night.
Wow.
From total adversity.
Well, I kind of knew it was going to be reasonable because it went off on the line where the centre of my monitor was, but I didn't know whether it was a right distance.
Amazing. Great shot. Pretty happy with this.
That's pretty decent if it depends on the bounce.
Just a fraction too much. Fucking big ball. It's horrible. It's absolutely terrible. Fine.
Looks no good.
It'll just not drop it, you know.
It's a great putt.
Oh,
Oh,
I had to
great
get it,
putt.
had to force him.
Fantastic save, Dave. Well done.
Oh, Andy could blow this somehow, but no. Oh.
Now this is such an interesting skin. Andy's got a chance to pretty much take the game, but if either of us get this, we're not far away.
Well, that's the first part done, I think. I've got to find out what that bloody tapping is.
Oh, he's run away with that. He can continue.
He's bolted.
All right, Dave. We've got to gang up on him somehow.
Well, it's only a practice round, Dave.
That's true, but it's still, it's all about the pride, keeping the jacket over here.
I'm suspecting it's going to be an interesting major because the course somehow suits your eye.
I don't know. I reckon the depending how the course is set up, it's it's going to be pretty tough.
Well, there's going to be tougher setups than this one,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's on the coast. There's going to be wind at some stage.
Well, I think we saved our best golf. I mean, certainly round 3 at PGLS, it was hard, and it was hard on round 4 as well. It was only your start, Dave, which let you down a bit in the last round.
Oh, that was teeth grinding, Andy. I was so annoyed with myself because I love 14 hard. You know, that's my thing. And I just stuffed it up. I was so mad. And I played the back 9, probably the last 2/3 of the game pretty well. If I had that bad start, it would have been a good round.
Yeah.
Oh, now I've stuffed it.
No, that's not a good place to be. You need to. Oh, don't go behind it.
No. Mm,
That wasn't ideal, Dave.
yeah, I see a gap. Isn't very likely from there.
Is it going to stop on?
Yep. Just come on.
Yeah, that's Torrey for you, Dave.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and go for the middle of the green.
Good
Just
line.
another oh baby. Oh, that,
Yeah. Oh.
I thought that would be better actually.
Oh, I see a gap.
I don't really see a gap. At the same time,
There's some
there is
bastard
one gap.
who's hammering.
It's only a foot wide, but there is a gap. I'm going to have to go for it. I've got no choice. Right. I'm punching a 3-wood. So it stays low. It's going to go in between those 2 trees.
Which one? All I can see is the forest ahead of you. That one.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was pretty damn good.
It was the only gap I had.
I was going to say each gap seemed the size of a small matchbox.
It was. You know,
Oh,
this-
genius. Genius.
Great effort.
It's kept you in the hole. Takes the pressure off you a bit, Dave, and me.
Yes.
on the super flop.
A little bit
Well,
more would have
I
been
think
nice.
I'm going to give both of you that. This could be a death blow, this.
Good.
Oh, it went dead straight. And so it goes on.
Yep.
400,000. This is a good. This is a good par three. This.
It's a brutal par three. Plenty of players came unstuck here.
Hmm. Pity.
And the round 40 was about where your ball is, Andy.
Ah, right.
Pin.
Yeah. Well, that's right on it. It's coming in beautiful. Is it the right number? Might be a
It's
bit on
7.
the short. Yeah.
It's nicely under the hole.
Right, lovely.
Definitely hit the 7 wood there. I don't have.
Is that a club that is in your bag, Dave?
I don't need that club, Andy. 7 would be girls, really.
You seem to have probably could have used it a couple of times tonight, Dave. Oh, that might be alright.
Chopping a 5 wood, that's the man option.
Yeah.
And
The
Andy's
only thi-
show me the line as well. He is.
Looks like an
You're in a
exciting
great
hunt.
spot, Dave.
I am in a very, advantageous spot.
You can attack, and all we can do is feather the ball down and hope that we draw you. One of us has to get down in 2.
Okay, right. Well, I'm not going to be. Overly excitable. Oh, that's looking good.
It's looking
That's
great.
looking good.
Oh, nice putt, Andy.
That is right up there with putt of the night. Fantastic.
I had pretensions that I'd have been doing a Hale Irwin round my living room here.
High-fiving the cat. All right, well, Dave has to sink it. Otherwise, there's nothing to do. Trouble is, he might. Well, he takes the lead too.
I didn't hit the fucking ball.
Oh, Dave!
That was shit. That was terrible
That
in
was-
the end. Very telling. Ah, dear.
Well, what it does do is make this skin now build up to this critical point for one of us. Whoever wins the next skin is likely to. It's 900,000. Oh.
What's really interesting about this is if we draw this hole, then whoever wins the last hole wins.
Correct.
We're all in it.
Oh, that's a good start. It's in the mayor's office.
It's the middle of the middle, as they say.
Yeah, enjoyed that one. There was no Bryson DeChambeau there.
No, he's down in those bushes collecting berries to the left.
There's the second one. Come and join me. The door's open.
It's a fine door, Andy.
You might not be necessarily be in the mayor's office, but you're certainly in the ante room.
Yep, There's the third one.
And I think this could be back in the mayor's office for sure.
I'll split the difference.
Yeah, or are you just hanging your coat up on the coat rack?
Wow. Well, I can't see how we can't draw this hole. It should happen. Unless someone does no baby and the other two don't.
Pretty good.
Well, I've got my work cut out for me. Oh,
Yeah.
You have. I know what you did too. And I'm going to adjust based on what you did. I'm going to go a fancy ass fade, which is the exact opposite of what I like to do.
Right, well. Okay, if I'm ever going to do the shot here, all right, let's just have a look. Okay.
You can do an oh baby here, Andy. You're definitely
I-
waving to the crowd because there's no way we can catch
On
it.
64. Ah. Oh, bloody
Whoa.
got the double cross.
Double cross.
That's my stock phrase whenever I make a cock up. I've double crossed it.
There's a very real
I mean, I wanted to
chance.
be on. I wanted to be on this side of the pin, but not bloody 73 feet away.
So you got your wish, but not the way you wanted.
Very real chance we're going to be going into the last, competing for the win.
I don't think that's ever happened before where we've had a skins game and all three of us were in it coming to the last.
It's a nice shot,
And that's-
Andy.
Yeah, I wanted that. Oh, so I wanted the draw for sure.
Whew.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, it's just getting worse.
It looks like there might be some right to left in it, though.
Oh, that's just horrible.
So is it one of those ones where the further right you aim, the further right you have to go?
Yep. I think that's incorrect, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
What a good putt that was.
It's a great putt.
I just kept throwing up further and further to the right. It just felt more and more wrong.
Well, I'm doing the same thing.
Will
It's the
it?
shot of a genius.
Oh, so close, dude.
It was.
Give it a go.
Move on, yeah.
All right, we're going
We've got
into
the
the.
floor.
What a finish this is going to be.
Yeah, I've never had this before. Never.
Well, we've always had a clear winner going into the last.
Oh, why does it make me putt?
It's been doing that all night.
Yeah, it's. I'll submit a bug report to Andrew.
Okay.
Oh, good luck, everyone. Oh, what a hole to finish on.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
Or is it the no baby? I think it is.
Oh, but with the headwind, are we going to be in range? That's the question.
Probably not.
I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, no, I don't think we are. I think it's going to come down to who can do a chip and one putt.
Indeed, it will.
Fine.
Staking the claim on my bit of fairway there, Dave.
Yeah,
Yep.
and showing who's
Come
boss.
and join me.
Well, he's
Just
outdriven you.
And muscled
Yes. Just reach into my bag and you'll get the long drive trophy in there. He beat me by 6 inches. Well, this is going to be very similar, maybe slightly longer.
Both showing you how to shoot.
No, yeah.
you. Oh, have you got the extra distance required to go for it?
I think so.
Hmm. Okay, right. That's a competent iron. Don't want to be too far though. 69, that's not too bad.
Oh, do you go for it or not? Far out. Oh, fuck it. Why not?
Oh.
Why not? You only did it once.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Who put that water there? Oh. Oh.
Not even close to
No,
really.
that was terrible.
Well, you might find a trout while you're down there. You never know. Well, if ever I needed an example of why I shouldn't do what Dave just did, I just got it.
Yes, it's rather ironic that on the whole where Uncle Dave should have done an Uncle Dave, he did an Uncle Robert. And
Right.
actually 83 yards out the rough might be a really good number.
Liking this number, Andy. Liking this a lot.
Is this, or is this too much back? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, Dave, you've hit a
Oh.
magnificent
Very nice.
8 feet downhill, but
Right, I need to suck this one into the hole.
You do.
and for our Christian viewers, Dave was talking about the backspin.
Not a metaphor for anything else.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, he's got the suck he wanted in
Yeah.
the golf ball.
Mm.
Well,
Don't make
Oh,
satisfying noises, Dave. It sounds suspicious.
okay, right. I'm just going a little bit right of the pin. Ooh. No, not that hard. He likes the line.
Where's the backspin? There it is. A little bit too much.
Well, I
Right.
wanted that. It's not bad, but
And you can attack from under the hole.
this is filling me full of optimism. Yeah, he's got a birdie, par, I think.
That's a great par, Dave.
Yep.
That's the sort of shot you want to play in the real tournament where strokes count.
All right, Dave, you got to do it here, buddy.
Well, if I do, you're still in the game.
Yeah. And that last hole's going to be worth a fortune.
Absolutely. It's 8 feet downhill, 4 inches.
Jesus!
I thought it was
I thought
going
you
under
missed
for a
it.
minute.
I thought it was as well.
Wow, $2
$2
million.
million bucks.
The biggest skin ever. Wow.
Here we go. Right, well that's 280 within a yard. Within a bloody yard. Oh, sorry.
That's right, Andy. I've done it again by 6 inches. I think I have.
And this is where I come in and out muscle both of you.
Yep.
Now, Dave, bearing in mind what you did on your last shot,
I'm not doing it. I'm going to go conservative. I'm going to go full Uncle Dave.
Have a look at this. There's got to be a pint on the line for this.
Well, let's see what.
Hitting exactly the same club I hit last time.
Only this time you're in the fairway.
Yeah, my mistake. I'm not sure you want the fairway because the backspin behind the pin is so vicious.
Or you take the 4-iron.
And go in the water. No.
Now that could be.
Yeah.
Stay there. That's lovely. That.
That is exactly where I wanted to be. But it's also gone for the fairway.
So we got. We see 2 5-irons played.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, happy with that.
Good shot. Oh, no, that's a little bit on the right.
Thanks for the backspin.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Let's see what this one does.
Right on line. Where's the backspin?
Oh,
And
that's
no
going to be an
Didn't
exciting
get it.
little putt.
So many possibilities here.
Oh, not much in it.
It's in.
It's in.
Oh,
Come on, Dave.
Oh no, no!
Don't put the pressure on me.
Oh,
Just
Dave, we've both got nasty putts.
simply.
Yes.
Wow.
Turn it too far to the right.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, shit. Good luck, dude. No!
Oh my word!
Congratulations, Andy.
Thank you.
Big win. A big win.
I really didn't think I was going to be the one who was going to get the stuff at the end.
Well, look at your back nine. You kind of earned it. You had a 32 and we both had 35s.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe the moral victory was with you after all, despite our.
Wow.
Look
Look at
at the
Sensational.
stats, guys. It's quite interesting. Look at the sand saves and scrambling.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, they don't count for anything, but interesting. I can't remember ever seeing that before. All three,
No.
100%.
No, I can't remember that.
And
No.
at Pines, which is not an easy course to scramble on.
No, it's not.
Well, enjoy spending that money, Andy.
I need it for some home decorations. Right. Right, so I've got that.
So, does this mean we're good to start the third major on
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Well, Dave, you've certainly learnt the last hole very well.
I have. I know not what to do. Yeah, no, definitely going for it in two. Well, I wasn't going for it in two. I was just trying to hit up the right-hand side of the fairway there.
Yeah. Well,
That
I mean,
short
with
shot
a
in.
15, with a 15 mile an hour tailwind, could be a different story. It
Oh, yeah,
could be
for sure.
The I know when I played one of my rounds at PGLS, I did stuff it on the green to about 15 feet. Missed the missed the bloody eagle putt, but it was definitely on. Definitely.
It's yeah, I like the course. It's not spectacular to look at, but it's interesting.